Michelyn and I, my wife and I, going into the studio for the first time to begin work on this project of ours, Michelyn and the Red Light Runners. We're recording our first song. This is a first for Michelyn going into the studio, and after day one, she proved to Tim, the producer, and myself that she definitely had what it takes. Being the first time ever and being a completely new experience for her first day. We had headphone mix issues, and that really freaked her out, which is so normal with headphone mixes in the studio, but especially with latency and digital recording. So, but it was fixed, and we moved right along and got a lot done. For me, though, for all the times that I've been in the studio and with various projects and producers and musicians and different kinds of music, this was a brand new experience for me too as a guitarist. Most of my experience in my career has been on bass guitar, and this was the first time I was responsible for pretty much everything that comes with strings on it. So the band is a basic quartet lineup, you know. We like the traditional, original kind of hard rock lineup, 4-piece singer and trio kind of a thing. So it's just bass, drums, and guitar. Being the author of the material and actually co-producing with Tim and being responsible for the song in its entirety, lyrically and harmonically, as well as having to go in and do things on this instrument that I've never been really used to doing. I've always been a songwriter, and the guitar has always been my writing tool, and just, you know, basic, and just writing melodies and lyrics over that. Whereas now I'm challenged with, as important as it is to me to write a good melodic hook, you know, with good lyrics that have good punchy syllables that really translate and get the point across and make something that's, you know, impactful. I have to apply the same thing now to guitar riffs, so I just can't start a song with, you know, I mean, I could, but it's fun to try and write something that's as recognizable as a hook, as a riff, because a riff is just a hook on the guitar, in my opinion. So that's been a real challenge, and then playing solos. That's probably where my self-efficacy is at its worst. I'm an expressive player. I hear melodies and I want to translate them. I like to, as a singer too, I like to sing on the guitar. So a lot of my heroes are like guys like Neil Schon. So players like that, real big sweeping melodic solos, not as much. But I also like to write to the song. So that's been a challenge too. Wanting to show off a little bit in the bridge solo, but at the same time realizing that, you know, it can come off pretentious as well. So I've been trying to dial it down, stay within my skill set, and create something that's really impactful and awesome, that rocks, because that's what Michelyn and the Red Light Runners is all about. A little bit about Tim McCoy, working in his studio and working with him and his lovely wife Taz. Before, I used to play in their band Morning Star, played bass for them. So this is a great opportunity and a great connection to have. So it's a real honor to be working with Tim in the studio. He's probably the friendliest musician I've ever met. To somebody from Florida, it's really important. So Tim creates this really laid back, chill atmosphere. You know, no stress, no anxiety. It's just a great creative environment. Anything goes. You know, let's try this, let's try that. Why not? Hey, we got the time. You know, Michelyn and I have worked this song and revised this song so many different times and rehearsed it so many different times in our living room here, that when we go into the studio, we have the ability to, we have the time to play around, because we don't have to do a lot of takes. We got our parts pretty well rehearsed. So, and we know the song solid, and, you know, as far as structure and dramatic nuances. Minimal takes and makes maximum playtime. You know, let's try this pedal. Let's make a funny noise here. Let's, try something different with the drums. So it's been, from day one, just that kind of creative and productive atmosphere.